If you've ever watched my previous video about the remarkable benefits of castor oil, then today, what I'm about to share may come as a bit of a surprise to you. Because the truth is this: castor oil really is very good for aging skin, but only up to a certain limit. Over many years of working with dermatological research in patients over the age of 55, I've noticed one pattern repeating itself again and again. Many women use castor oil consistently, patiently, and correctly, yet they don't see significant improvements in wrinkles, firmness, or collagen the way they expected. And it's not because castor oil is ineffective, it's because we are using it not quite the right way. Recent dermatological studies have revealed something very important. Castor oil is not a complete active ingredient when used on its own. It is like a key that opens a door. But if there aren't enough essential materials behind that door, then the skin's regeneration process still cannot happen fully. What's even more interesting is this. Major cosmetic companies have known this for a long time. Lower-priced products often mix castor oil with dozens of synthetic fillers to cut costs. Meanwhile, high-end anti-aging serums combine castor oil with a small number of extremely rare natural bioactive ingredients that help activate deep collagen regeneration within the skin. But you will never see them clearly explain that on the product label. And this is the part that makes me, as a doctor, truly want to speak up. You do not need to spend hundreds of dollars to achieve those results. Research shows that with just a few very specific natural combinations, castor oil can penetrate many times deeper, activate fibroblasts to produce collagen, and significantly improve skin elasticity, something castor oil alone simply cannot do. In today's video, I will share the 5 most important natural ingredients that can be combined with castor oil to transform it from an ordinary moisturizing oil into a true anti-aging treatment. But before we continue, if you haven't watched my previous video about castor oil, I strongly recommend that you go back and watch it right after this one. That video will help you understand why castor oil is so special. And today's video is the next step, the step that most people have never been told about. Now let's begin, because the first ingredient is something you may already have at home, yet nearly 99% of women are using it the wrong way. Now I want you to take 5 seconds and ask yourself one very simple question. Is your skin currently experiencing any of the following? Much drier than it used to be. Wrinkling more easily, even though you moisturize regularly. Thinner skin, reduced elasticity, and fine lines appearing even when you're not smiling. If you nodded yes to even one of these, then stay with me, because this is the critical missing piece that most women over 55 overlook. Biologically speaking, when we enter our 60s, the skin doesn't just get older. What actually happens is that the skin's natural lipid barrier begins to weaken significantly. Put simply, your skin can no longer retain oil and moisture the way it once did, making wrinkles appear deeper and the complexion look duller, even when collagen hasn't yet declined dramatically. And this is why so many women say to me, "Doctor, I'm using castor oil, but my skin is still dry and not any firmer." It's not that castor oil isn't good. It is that your skin is missing the specific types of lipids that castor oil alone cannot adequately provide. That is when we need the first combination, one that focuses on restoring the skin's foundation. Castor oil plus sweet almond oil. Sweet almond oil contains a ratio of oleic acid and linoleic acid that is almost identical to that of healthy, youthful skin. These are exactly the fats your skin gradually loses with age. When you apply castor oil alone, moisture is sealed in, but the skin is not rebuilt. When you add sweet almond oil, you are giving the skin back the foundational building blocks it has lost. What's fascinating is this. Castor oil has a unique molecular structure that creates temporary microchannels on the skin's surface, allowing sweet almond oil to penetrate more deeply instead of just sitting on top like many other oils. Cosmeceutical studies show that this combination significantly increases the absorption of lipids and vitamin E, something sweet almond oil alone cannot achieve. I want to ask you one question. Are you currently doing your skincare routine at night or in the morning? Leave a comment, because the timing of when you use this blend is more important than you might think. In the next part, we'll move to a higher level, where castor oil doesn't just restore the skin, but begins to directly activate the collagen production process. And the next ingredient may already be sitting in your home, yet has almost never been used correctly for aging skin. Before we talk about creating new collagen, I need you to understand one important truth. And this is something that often surprises many people. You cannot maintain firm skin if the collagen you already have is being broken down every single day. So many women say to me, "Doctor, I've used all kinds of collagen-boosting serums, but my skin is still sagging and wrinkling." And the problem isn't that you aren't producing enough collagen. The problem is this. The collagen you already have is being damaged faster than your body can rebuild it. Biologically speaking, every day your skin is exposed to UV radiation, even if you don't spend much time in the sun, air pollution, oxidative stress from within the body. All of these factors generate free radicals, unstable molecules that can break collagen fibers, causing them to become stiff, fragmented, and lose their elasticity. And this is exactly why. The skin begins to sag. Wrinkles become more deeply set. The face looks more tired, even when you're caring for your skin consistently. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt that your skin looks dull and less vibrant by the end of the day? If so, leave a yes in the comments. Now, what is the scientific solution here? Castor oil plus vitamin E. Vitamin E is not just an ordinary skincare ingredient. It is one of the most powerful oil-soluble antioxidants we know of today. The primary role of vitamin E is to neutralize free radicals before they have a chance to destroy collagen. But there is one major problem. Vitamin E is very thick and difficult to absorb. When used on its own, it often sits on the surface of the skin, where it cannot protect the collagen located deeper underneath. And this is where castor oil plays a crucial role. The unique molecular structure of castor oil helps to open penetration pathways, deliver vitamin E deeper into the dermal layer, create a biological shield around collagen fibers. Dermatological studies show that when vitamin E is delivered correctly, UV-induced collagen damage can be significantly reduced, and the skin is able to maintain firmness for a longer period of time. A quick question for you. Do you regularly apply skincare products down to your neck and jawline? Because these are actually the areas where collagen breaks down the fastest, yet they are often neglected. In the next part, we'll move into a completely different level. Not just protecting collagen, but directly influencing the genes of skin cells, helping the skin behave in a more youthful way. And that ingredient has been considered more precious than gold for thousands of years throughout history. Up to this point, we've accomplished 3 very important things for aging skin. First, in part 1, you understood why castor oil should not be used on its own. Second, in part 2, we restored the skin's foundation and lipid barrier, the essential condition for healthy skin. Third, in part 3, you learned how to protect existing collagen from daily breakdown. And now, I want you to be ready for the next step. Because this is where everything starts to change noticeably. Not just protection, not just repair, but activating the skin to function in a more youthful way. If you are over 60, there is a biological truth that very few people say out loud. Your skin is not only regenerating more slowly, but is also in a state of prolonged low-grade inflammation. You don't see it. You don't feel burning or irritation. But at the cellular level, this mild inflammation is causing collagen to break down faster, making skin cells lazy when it comes to repairing damage, leading to sagging, deeper wrinkles, and reduced firmness. This is exactly why many women say to me, "Doctor, my skin doesn't look bad all at once, but every year it clearly looks older." If you feel that your skin is aging slowly but continuously, stay with me. Castor oil plus frankincense, essential oil. Frankincense is not a new trend. It has been used for thousands of years, not because of its scent, but because of its profound biological effects on cells. Modern research shows that frankincense essential oil has the ability to reduce inflammation at the cellular level, inhibit pro-aging cytokines, and most importantly, influence how genes in skin cells are expressed. Put more simply, frankincense reminds your skin cells to behave like younger cells. But, and this is very important, frankincense essential oil should never be applied directly to the skin, especially aging skin. Without a proper carrier, it can cause irritation, make the skin drier, or even have the opposite effect. And that is exactly why castor oil becomes the perfect missing piece. Castor oil safely dilutes the essential oil, helps the active compounds penetrate more deeply, and delivers anti-inflammatory molecules to the precise places where they are needed. This combination doesn't just make the skin feel smoother. It changes the skin's biological environment, shifting it from a state of inflammation and degeneration to one of repair and regeneration. I want you to answer honestly. Do you feel that your skin has become thinner and more prone to wrinkling even when you're not doing anything at all? If so, it's not because you're caring for your skin poorly. It's because your skin needs to be regulated from within, not just nourished on the surface. In the next part, the final part, we'll talk about the most powerful combination, the one that has led many researchers to acknowledge that. Its effectiveness approaches that of clinical anti-aging treatments. And if you stay until the end, you'll understand why this is a step most women have never been properly guided through. If you've stayed with me up to this point, there's one thing I want to say first. You are not someone who is trying to cling to youth. You are someone who truly understands your skin. Because after parts 1 through 4, you've clearly seen one important truth. Aging skin doesn't need more pressure. It needs the right biological signals. And now we arrive at the most powerful combination. The combination that genuinely surprised many researchers. Not because it's new, but because its effectiveness is remarkably strong for something that is completely natural. Castor oil plus rosehip seed oil. If I had to choose just one combination for women over 60, this would be it. Rosehip seed oil contains natural retinoids, a precursor form of vitamin A, bioavailable vitamin C, and essential fatty acids. All 3 of these factors are directly involved in collagen production. But what makes it truly special is this. The natural retinoids in rosehip seed oil are strong enough to stimulate collagen, yet gentle enough not to disrupt the skin barrier the way synthetic retinol does. The only problem? Rosehip seed oil is very difficult to deliver deep into the skin when used on its own. And that's when castor oil enters the picture. Not as a nutrient, but as a biological delivery system. When these 2 oils are combined, castor oil delivers retinoids and vitamin C directly to fibroblasts. Collagen is not only protected, but truly regenerated. Studies show that collagen density increases noticeably after just a few weeks, and more importantly, the skin's structure becomes thicker, firmer, and more elastic, not just temporarily plumped. If you're listening to this and thinking, "Doctor, why has no one ever explained this to me before?" You are not alone. Many women have never been taught that. Skincare after 60 is not the same as before. 40, stronger is not always better. What matters is being in sync with your biology. And here's what I want you to do right now. 1. If this video gave you a new perspective, tap like. 2. Subscribe to the channel because in the next video, I'll share how to use these combinations on a weekly and monthly schedule, the common mistakes that prevent people from seeing results, and how to adjust them for different types of aging skin. 3. And finally, leave a comment and tell me, are you most concerned about wrinkles, sagging, or thin, fragile skin? I read every single comment. And your answers will shape the next video. Your skin has never lost its ability to regenerate. It's simply waiting to be supported in the right way. And I will walk that journey with you.